if you didn't know, Disney has changed their disability access service known as the DAS Pass, and they came crashing down on this pretty hard and pretty fast because they realized that people were abusing the system. If you don't know what that is, basically in any theme park, at least in Orlando, I don't know how it was in California, they could go up to they can go to a certain area and just say, I have a condition, I can't wait in line.
Yep.
Right? I can't wait in line, so I need a DAS pass. And so then they get it put on their car, their ticket, or their Magic Band, and they can go to any ride and say, "Hey, I have a DAS pass." And they'll tell them, "All right, come back at like whatever 2 o'clock," and they don't have to wait in any lines. They can just skip the line while everybody else is waiting, an hour to get on any ride. It doesn't matter. So Disney started cracking down on this because Universal did first. Universal was like, people are abusing this system. Anybody's just walking up, getting a scooter and all that stuff. You go to Universal, you'll notice not so many scooters like they used to be, and people aren't just like cutting the line. So Universal's like, I'm sorry, you need a doctor's note if you need this service. So Disney's was just pretty much.
I want to say this. He's right about this is crucial because you go to Disney, it's like going to Walmart. There are people in scooters all over the fucking place at Disney. Whereas Universal, there's people doing it, but you can tell it's people that actually need it. Right. And Disney people have completely taken full advantage of this shit. Full advantage. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Jay, but
you're right.
The difference in those two parks is crazy. Of the amount of scooters you see at Disney versus the amount you see at Universal, it's drastic.
And so on top of scooters and everything else, they got all kinds of benefits. And you would see people. Are there people that need it? Of course. But then you would see people that are like, why are they skipping the lines? And what seems to be their issue? Well, a lot of people a lot of these Disney adults are very upset as to what exactly is going on, and they're taking to social media. Right here, this person, Bluey Christine Healer, I guess, she's tweeted out she was upset that she got turned down for the DAS pass because now they gotta fill out this form and online, which wasn't what they had to do before, and she's upset. She's like, I spoke to Disney and explained that I have a condition specifically triggered by heat, crowding, and overstimulation. Listen.
Then don't go to a fucking theme park. Holy shit. How is this complicated? How about then don't go to a theme park?
Thank you.
Holy shit.
Thank you. I'm allergic to meat, so I'm going to go to a butcher shop and hang out there and play with everything. It's like, what the heck is happening here? So, so she went on and complained about it, and there's a lot of comments. People are like, I'm so sorry you're dealing with this, and others are not. This person was like, my first trip to Walt Disney World, I was alone in a country I've never been to with nobody I knew within 5,000 miles. I didn't use DAS because I thought I'd be okay with my anxiety. Halfway through, it got too much, and I got the courage to ask for it instead of leaving the park. So she got a DAS pass for anxiety. She didn't get approved, so she's tweeting about all this stuff. Basically, she's like, the fact that I can no longer use the service makes me sad. Now I have more anxiety for my next visit, right? Universal have their accessibility spot on. Walt Disney World does not. And then right here she goes, and then to add, a lot of people have the mindset of, you have anxiety, why would you go to a theme park where there's lots of crowds? She goes, because, Karen, I deserve to enjoy normal things despite having a mental illness. So it's
oh man,
cater to me.
Holy shit.
Right. So we have another one here. It's like, seeing what Disney has been telling people in regards to the new DAS program. I guess I can give Disney a W here because this is kind of funny. If this is exactly what they're telling people, Disney's telling people to practice waiting in lines at home. Learn how to manage your disability better. Manage the number of registered guests If someone at Disney literally told a person practice standing in line at home, I'm gonna give that a W. Disney, we're heading in the right.
That's
We're heading
awesome.
in the right path here.
That is awesome.
If this is true, I'm gonna give y'all a rare W on this one because that's freaking hilarious. Here's another one. Wow, I got my email back about DAS experience, and it's extremely generic, and it's not okay.
It's not okay.
I am just ... I can't fight anymore at this point. Crying face.
Holy
Well,
shit.
let's look at there we go. It's exactly not saying anything. 36, queer, married, dreamer, performer, wrestling. We should get her on the podcast, man, if she likes wrestling. So there you go. Beardo, maybe you can talk wrestling with her.
She's probably
Anyway,
good at wrestling
so they're losing their mind. It got so bad that change.org has showed up and said, Disney's facing some backlash. So let's get change.org going, where people with both visible and invisible disabilities can enjoy the park. Now, the crazy thing here is that the petition literally has a child dying as their picture. And it's like, I don't know if like that taking them to Disney World and running them through the Haunted Mansion is a good idea.
Right.
But they're almost at 15,000 signatures to change the DAS pass. And these are just a small few of the many people complaining. Like, here you go. I'm very upset. I have anxiety, so I can't go to the park now. They made like TikTok ads and they're like, I can't tolerate people. Crowds mess me up, all this stuff. But I'm like,
then why go to a theme park?
Correct. If this is the problem, then why are you going to a theme park? And then our very own Mally Mouse says folks have deliberately go and lie about having a disability to get a DAS pass at Disney. You are the scum of the earth.
Let's go.
And just FYI, no, anxiety and irritable bowel syndrome don't count as disabilities. You're just lazy and selfish. If you worry so much or crap so much, then don't go to a theme park. Shout out Mally Mouse.
It's true. It's true.
I mean, imagine like, which is really sad because now Beardo can't go to the Magic Kingdom and says, I have IBS. If I stand in the line longer than an hour, I might crap all over the floor. They're not going to give him a DAS pass. So, yeah, and being fat is not a disability either. They're cracking down on fat people who said they can't stand in lines. And it's crazy to me, the excuses that people, like, just like Jeremy said, it's like, why would you go to a theme park if you can't deal with crowds, if you can't deal with standing up, if you can't deal with the summer heat of Florida? Maybe think of another adventure that you might want to go on.
What it comes down to is they want the experience without having to experience it like a normal person. They want special privileges and special treatment. Now, there's two ways to look at this. On one hand, good on Disney for handling it this way. But on the other hand, this is the audience that you have cultivated.
100%. These are the audience that you cater to. We talked about this before.